It's me, Gladdy from Whole Body Blog, and I'm going to warn you this is a bit personal, long-winded kind of vlog style, so if you're not interested in me talking for a little while, then you can tune out. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about being in a slump, or down in the dumps, or the blues, or depression of some mild kind, or whatever. I don't know what you want to call it, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So, if I can talk, that is. That's an issue that happens when I'm talking. Okay, so I'm chilling in my bathroom. I hope you don't mind. I hope the echo isn't a problem, but the lighting in here is the best I can do at this time of day without interrupting the people in the house down that way. So I'm chilling in front of my nail polish door and my sprays, body mist, and yeah, chilling in the bathroom with some people and a camera. Creepy. Okay, so anyways, let's get serious. Can we get serious? All right, I am going to talk, like I said, about being in a slump. I myself have been in a bit of a slump for a long time. I'm not saying that I'm suddenly out of said slump. I have just alleviated it a little bit, and it has alleviated some of the pressure and when you're in those slumps, you tend to make some bad decisions. Yeah, I wanted to quit my job, and I have no good reason to do so at this moment. So, yes, the job is related to the source of my problem. Not problem, really, but the slumpness, okay? So, I work graveyards, and I do kind of like the work I do on some days, and on other days, I hate it because it's in the way of living out my dreams, okay? So I'm sure that rings a bell for a ton of people, and I shouldn't be special at feeling that way. Anyway, so I'm in the slump, right? So where does that put me? And how does that give me an extra benefit? How does trying to get out of this slump give me an extra benefit? What is this slump doing in my life? Okay, so queso, cheese, queso. Okay, so I was using my job as an excuse to not do the things that I knew that I would enjoy. Let me readjust this, it feels awkward and tilty. Okay, so yeah, I'm sure we always use our job sometimes as a valid excuse to some point. Okay, it is a valid excuse. We got to prioritize our work to some degree because it gives us money and it gives us the money we need to use to make things work and live and pay bills and stuff. Okay, so this could drive me nuts. Okay, so I would use my job as an excuse to not do things. Like, I love going on Meetup, for example, the website. And I follow a bunch of groups, like yoga groups, hiking groups, walking groups, and I would be like, oh, I'd love to go, but I'm working, or I'd love to go, but I'll be sleeping at the time, or blah, 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 I wish I could go, maybe next time. So one time I said, screw it, maybe in a little more vulgar words than that, but I decided to go and commit to going to a yoga class on Halloween. And not on Halloween, sorry, a few days before Halloween, like a Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. Had to have been Tuesday. And I usually would have said no, which I had said no to this same class that happens every week. I said no all the time because it happened on a time frame that I usually should have been sleeping. Okay, my sleep schedule screwed up thanks to my graveyard job. I sleep at around 1 to 2 o'clock p.m. Excuse me, and I wake up around like 9 to 10 p.m. and go to work. And then get off at 7 and start my day. I work out, I do this bloggy stuff, vloggy stuff, cleaning the house, doing grocery shopping and bills and life and whatever, and then I go to sleep again at like in the afternoon. Okay, so that's life. And on my days off, I like to try and stay on the same schedule because I have horrible sleep if I don't. But to be completely honest, I have horrible sleep if I do. So why was I, even though I was usually staying up late on those nights anyway, why was I preventing myself from doing something I knew I would enjoy? So usually I'm staying up late and I would beat myself up for it. So I forced myself to do something I knew I would enjoy, and I did enjoy it, and I had so much fun. So I stopped letting work be a huge hinder and a block and a wall and an excuse to stop doing all these things. So living life. I gotta live life. I gotta not let work prevent me from being happy. Correct? So yeah, we've got to find a balance is what it is. You still have to work, you still have to manage some sort of schedule with your job and prioritize it, but at the same time, you can't let it be the only thing in the world or else you're going to turn into this slump, okay? Now, I just got really bright all of a sudden. Sorry. So, I started doing other things, started allowing myself to not use it as an excuse, and I break through that wall and do things that I would enjoy. Now, as a benefit, my nails. So, quick background on that is I bite my nails. I bite them. And I have for a very, very long time. But there was one year that I completely stopped, beside the point. So I sort of. I was focusing on trying to stop biting my nails for years and years. And every time you focus on trying to stop biting your nails, you're like, no, don't bite your nails. You're thinking, I'm not biting my nails. Guess what you're also thinking about? Biting your nails. So I decided to stop thinking about it. So about a month ago, I just gave up altogether on forcing it. And I said, you know what? Maybe I need a break from trying to stop because it wasn't working. It was making it worse, completely worse. So I just stopped forcing myself to try and stop. And what happened was I went and I started doing things like the yoga class and the blogging and some other things that I started doing for myself, fitness and health and food wise, outside of work, forcing myself to do things that I would enjoy and not letting work stop me. I was doing those things. And when I started doing those things, it made me happier and I stopped biting my nails. It was crazy. So, today is day 11 of not biting my nails. As long as I get this video up on Friday. If I don't, then hopefully the trend continues. So, Friday the 7th marks the 11th day of not biting my fingers. Yeah. And I'm utilizing the same technique that that's helped me prevent biting my nails that one time that I stopped for a year. But that technique only works if other things in life are kind of going okay. For the most part. I'm not saying that everything is amazing now. No, I'm still kind of in a bit of a slump. I still have issues to work through and, you know, that whole living out your dreams, right? So, but I'm just saying when you start forcing yourself to do things that you know will make you happy, as a benefit, you'll likely be happier. And happier is all I'm really working for right now. And that has helped me stop biting my nails. So that's really awesome. And the technique, if you were curious, that I utilized before and I'm utilizing now, is I continue to paint my nails. So when you first paint your nails, you don't want to touch them, right? You don't want to mess them up. So that works for about a day or two. Then I have to paint them again because they're not like new anymore. So I don't have that same like, oh, don't touch your nails, don't bite them, you know, they're painted. So like every other day, I have to repaint my nails. And then it's fun. It's fun. You paint your nails, you're having fun, new color, and it stops me from biting my nails. However, that technique only works if I'm seriously into it. Because if I really need to bite my nails because of whatever externally is going on internally, I will peel off the nail polish and just do it. But this method works so long as I'm able to maintain myself a little bit. If that makes sense. Sorry to blabber. I told you, I warned you, it was a blabber video. But tell me if you relate in any way, not the nail thing, but like life, slumps, forcing yourself to do things that make you happy, even if you keep trying to stop yourself from doing those things. It's like listening to sad music when you're sad. It just prolongs your sadness. Like, why do we do that to ourselves? I know, I can go into the psychology of it. There's actually a term for, listening to those songs that to keep you in that mood that you're in. For some reason, that's what we want to do. There's a whole term and theory behind it, but it's the same thing. We want to be happy, but we're using this excuse and we're not going to be happy. So when you're that way, sometimes you gotta realize I should force myself to do these things anyway, and then we'll see what happens. What's the worst that can be happening? You're just gonna keep being upset, right? Or sad, or in the dumps, or slumps, or whatever you want to call it. That's the worst that can happen. The best that can happen is it can make you a little happier. Stop biting your nails. All right, I've talked way too long. Blah, 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 blah. All right, let me know if this was completely annoying. Let me know if you enjoyed this or you relate in any way, shape, or form. So, these videos won't be very often. These are far and in between type of blabber videos, but if you are interested in this type of thing, then just let me know. Okay, I should get off of here before I just talk for the world. Stop.